When we talk about global trade, one fact stands out clearly. Nearly 80 to 90% of world trade is carried by sea. The reason is simple. Maritime transport remains the cheapest and most efficient way to move goods in bulk across long distances. Ships can carry enormous quantities of food, fuel, electronics, and raw materials between continents, while keeping fuel costs per item remarkably low. This efficiency is what makes maritime trade the backbone of the modern global economy. This leads to an important question. Which waterways matter the most? At first glance, the Pacific Ocean seems like the obvious answer. It is vast and carries nearly half of global maritime trade. But given its enormous size, that is hardly surprising. What truly shapes global trade is not size, it is concentration. Today we turn our attention to a narrow stretch of water, barely visible on a world map, that plays a disproportionate role in how fast goods move and how much they cost. When this route is disrupted, the effects are felt worldwide. Supply chains slow, shipping costs rise. Even economies far from the region experience the consequences. We are talking about the Red Sea, a uniquely positioned body of water in West Asia that quietly dominates modern maritime trade. The Red Sea lies in West Asia, between the Arabian Peninsula and Northeast Africa. It stretches for over 2,200 kilometers and reaches only about 355 kilometers at its widest point, making it one of the narrowest bounded seas on Earth. To the south, the Red Sea connects to the Gulf of Aden through the Bab el-Mandeb Strait. To the north, it links with the Mediterranean Sea through a narrow passage known as the Suez Canal. This unique position places the Red Sea directly between Asia, Europe, and the Middle East. As a result, it has become one of the most important bodies of water in the world. However, this importance comes with limitations: restricted routes, little room to maneuver, and very few alternatives. Geographers describe places like this as choke points, locations where movement is naturally constrained by the shape of land and sea. Throughout history, choke points have quietly shaped trade, conflict, and economic power. But why is this route used so extensively, despite being a potential choke point? The answer lies in a few clear geographical realities. First, the lack of practical alternative routes. The Red Sea is heavily used because there are no efficient sea routes connecting Europe and Asia. The only direct alternative is sailing around southern Africa via the Cape of Good Hope. This route is significantly longer, nearly twice the distance of the Red Sea-Suez route. The added distance leads to higher fuel consumption, longer travel times, and increased operating and insurance costs. As a result, it is considered a last resort option, not a preferred route for regular trade. Second, favorable weather conditions. Geography shapes weather, and weather shapes trade. The Cape of Good Hope lies where the Atlantic Ocean and Indian Ocean meet. This region experiences strong, shifting winds, rough seas, and frequent storms, making it one of the most dangerous maritime routes in the world. In contrast, the Red Sea has a hot, dry climate with very little rainfall throughout the year. Its winds are generally more predictable, making navigation safer and more reliable for commercial shipping. This climatic stability is another key reason traders continue to favor the Red Sea route despite its congestion. This raises an important question. Was it always like this? In many ways, the answer is yes, but with limitations. In ancient times, civilizations such as the Egyptians, Greeks, and Romans relied heavily on long-distance trade. A trader from Greece would sail across the Mediterranean Sea, reach Egypt, transport goods over short land routes to Red Sea ports, and then sail onward toward Arabia, East Africa, or India. This combined sea-land-sea route reduced distance and avoided the dangerous open ocean journey around Africa. However, everything changed in 1869. That year, the Suez Canal opened, directly linking the Mediterranean Sea with the Red Sea. For the first time in history, ships could sail continuously from Europe to Asia without unloading cargo or crossing land. Travel times dropped sharply. Costs fell. Maritime traffic increased dramatically. Global trade was transformed. Today, the Red Sea-Suez Canal corridor carries about 12 to 15% of global maritime trade, including roughly 30% of global container traffic and around 9 to 10% of seaborne oil and LNG. Beyond commerce, the Red Sea also holds long-term strategic importance. Because global trade is concentrated into this narrow corridor, naval forces from multiple global and regional powers maintain a presence here. The United States Navy, operating under the United States Fifth Fleet, plays a key role in ensuring freedom of navigation and protecting commercial shipping. Where trade converges, security inevitably follows. Yet recent events have reminded the world how vulnerable this route truly is. In 2021, a single container ship became stuck in the Suez Canal for nearly 6 days, temporarily disrupting around 12% of global trade. More recently, during 2023 and 2024, security concerns forced many shipping companies to reroute vessels around southern Africa, increasing travel time, fuel consumption, and insurance costs. Even without major incidents, heavy traffic, congestion, and delays continue to place pressure on global supply chains. Despite these risks, the Red Sea is likely to remain a central artery of global trade. Its geography offers few practical alternatives, and the global economy continues to depend on its efficiency. Technology may improve ships and logistics, but it cannot change the map. In the end, this narrow stretch of water reminds us of a simple truth. Global trade does not depend only on markets and machines. It depends on geography. Thank you for watching. If you're interested in more videos like this, consider subscribing and hitting the bell icon.